Hi everyone, today we're going to go over data lake ingestion in the Ascend platform. As you can see here, I've got our graph of Ascend components. From left to right, I've grouped them up in terms of data lake tiers. So bronze on the left, silver in the middle, and our gold refinement on the right. Let's dig into this a little bit. So in the bronze side here, we are bringing in data from multiple data repositories. With Ascend, we can read data from any data repository that you may have. So whether it's a custom Python function that needs to reach out to APIs, whether it's blob stores across any cloud provider, S3, Google Cloud, Azure, or even databases and streams like Kafka. So in this case, we're using a custom Python function to pull data. The one right below it with Movies Master, we're pulling it from S3 blob store, parsing it as XSV, a superset of CSV. And the one right below, we're pulling from Google Cloud Storage. We have incremental support processing right out of the box, as well as support for schema on read. And what we can see here is that in each read connector, Ascend has decided what the schema will be. We can even take a look at the individual records to get a sense of what the data is flowing through our transform. From our raw data, even though it's interesting to explore it and have it at this stage, most of the time what you want to do is clean it up a little bit and have these as the data sets that we would want further downstream users to use, for example, data scientists. So for each one of these, we've cleaned it up using SQL transforms. We also support PySpark transforms for something that's more complex. Each one of these is fairly simple at the moment, supporting some casts and changing of types, even supporting conversion of things like timestamps and group bys. From this, we actually construct the tables that we might use for data science at the silver tier, not quite ready for data and analytics or BI tools, but still useful and not incorrect data. Again, with the Ascend platform, at each step of the way, each individual record is explorable, and we can check that out. Moving on to the gold tier, where we've done things like join and aggregate the data, we've been able to start consolidating the data into some more useful media sets. For example, breaking up linear versus nonlinear, figuring out the conversions for each user, even pre-computing 30-day moving averages, something that we might want to present in a BI report. At this tier, all of these are our final, most refined set of data. But of course, every one of these components, the records are explorable, thanks to Ascend. From here, we could push into another data lake like S3, or we even have the options to connect to this data directly within Ascend. I'll pull open this component so we can take a look at the data integrations. We can read from our Ascend SDK directly to get access to the data. Ascend also exposes a structured data lake using S3 protocol, but backed by our own interface, which allows us to provide an ACID transaction safe interface to the data lake without any partial computation, old data, failed job data, anything like that. Of course, you can also read directly into Spark. From here on the right side, we decided to write into S3. But I can also create what we call a data feed. I'm going to go ahead and create that. And data feeds allow us even more connection options into our data lake. Here we can see that we connect to popular BI tools such as Tableau, Power BI. We also do support Looker, as well as, again, still using the Python SDK and a structured data lake. Because we have records available at every step of the way, you can actually query them directly within Ascend as well. Pulling up a quick query window for us here, where we can see our previous queries and queries that we can run. The final feature I'll mention is that because all the transforms are declarative within Ascend, Ascend actually also provides governance solutions to create column-level lineage reports, and strong auditability as to where all the data at every step of the way came from, which code was used, and which data files were used. And that's data lake hydration within the Ascend platform. Thanks.